Thank y'all for tuning in to Swamp Happy Outdoors. Today we're out here on a lake in Georgia. It's been drained substantially, but anyway, I wanted to go over purchasing a new kayak. What things to look out for. I'm not an expert, but I am an enthusiast, and I extremely love this sport. It is absolutely amazing. But I go into academy probably once a week. I'm a hunter, I'm a fisherman, I love shooting guns, so I'm in sporting goods places constantly. And I see a lot of people looking at kayaks, and I try to help them because I don't want them to make a bad purchase and not enjoy this sport that I love so much. So, but the things you see, if you stand back and watch them, well, how much can I can get this kayak for $200? That other one's $400. It's the same length. Yeah, it's the same length. But there's things to look at. Look at the seat. See if the seat flips down, because if the seat flips down, you have more storage area in the back. Does it come with rod holders if you're going to be fishing? The two-piece kayaks, with a seam in them, is that seam going to leak eventually? Me personally, I have two Pelicans. I've never had them leak, but I would prefer a one-piece design, just for the fact that if you're going down a river and you hit something, you may not separate that. You're not going to separate a seam because there's not one. But I see people look at things kind of in the wrong way. They want to get in the sport for $200 or go buy a kayak for $200 to go on a trip. I wouldn't recommend doing that. If you're going on a kayaking trip somewhere, a lot of places that you go to may have a rental kayak. Are they the best? Maybe not, but maybe they are. I would suggest renting one, borrowing one from a friend before you go buy the kayak and make that commitment. Because if you get in this kayak and you're not happy with, if it's not comfortable for you, sorry about that. If it's not comfortable for you, you're not going to enjoy it. If it's not the sides of the kayak, if it's not wide enough for you, you're not going to like it. And also look at the weight capacity. I'm a big guy, so I feel like I can say it, but I see people that are 300, 350, and they're trying to get in the cheapest, Pelican Maverick, that the weight limits are, they exceed the weight limits by far. And if that's the case, you're going to paddle extremely hard. You're going to be fighting the whole diameter of that boat through the water. Get one that has a higher weight capacity, especially if you're a big person, but also if you're going to be doing kayak camping, a lot of fishing, being away from areas for a long time, carrying a cooler, carrying your sleeping bag, carrying your tackle boxes, several fishing rods, and so that's some of the things I think everyone needs to look at when they get into this. Also, kind of just look at the actual footrest in there, or the pedals, as I like to say. Look at those. There's some kayaks that I think they are a great quality kayak, but if you're in the store, work those pedals several times, because if you're standing in the store working those adjustable pedals and it's hard or difficult to do while you're standing over it looking down in it, what's it going to be like when you're inside the boat and you can barely reach the adjustment pieces? Things to consider. Also, when you're getting into kayaking, I myself have some cheap paddles. I got the No Limit Propel. They sell them at Academy like $20, $25 or something. They're good. They've held up for a long time, but I'm sure there are a lot better ones out there. I know there are. There's some that you can pay as much for a paddle as you want for the kayak. That's the reality of it. But make sure you get the measurements right. I know you can go online and find weight measurements. I'm sorry. You can go in there and find height measurements and things like that, how long the paddle should be. But you also need to consider, how does your kayak sit out of the water? How do you paddle? I'm a real high paddling person. I have a real high stroke on it. I know a lot of people, have like a short stroke. So it just depends how you're doing it, but you don't want a paddle that's extremely long and then you're trying to reach way out the paddle. That's just going to wear you out. So you can get one that actually accommodates you and your boat, But that's just some tips from me. Like I said, I'm no expert, but always consider those ideas, those views. I hope this helps y'all, really, because this is something that is it's very dear to my heart. It's helped me through shoulder surgery. I tore a tricep muscle loose, a bicep muscle loose, and a pectoral muscle loose, and did a labrum tear inside the shoulder. And that's what got me into kayaking. So I have no problems. I mean, I'm doing everything I did before then, and I know a lot of people that had the same or less, and that they're not able to do the things that I can do. And I really, really give kayaking credit. So for me, I'm able to do my job because of kayaking. I'm able to be with my family because of kayaking. It's a great family venture. So again, just please check out this sport. Please check it out. Rent a kayak if you don't own one. Borrow one from a friend, and just try it with your wife, your friend, whoever, your kids. Take them out. Try it, man. You get so close to nature. It's amazing. But anyway, thank y'all for checking in the Swamp Happy Outdoors. I'm sorry for rambling, but I just wanted to get most of the information out there that I could think of. But right now it's fishing time, and I'm hopefully about to slay some fish in this lake. So anyway, thank y'all again for tuning in, and please check out some more episodes.